Good afternoon. Welcome to my channel on this wintry Melbourne afternoon where the sun has just decided to come out, which is just beautiful. And I can even see snippets of blue sky out of the window. So love that on a winter's day. Welcome back to my field notes project. Today's video will be a bit of a mishmash because I'm leaving for France on Friday and I have to work out what the heck to take with me so I can keep sewing. We aren't being tourists per se, we will be pet sitting, so we'll be living sort of life as usual, just in another country and in someone else's house. So I will be taking my sewing with me because that's a big part of my day. But obviously I can't take boxes and cartons and jars of buttons, so I have to go through my stashes, my meagre stash. I don't have a very big stash compared to a lot of you, and work out what the heck to take with me in the hope that it will work with future prompts. I'll just have to make it work, although I am hoping to pick up maybe some bits and pieces while I'm away, but let's see what happens. This project probably won't come out quite as I would like it to because I will be very limited and won't be able to just duck into my cupboard and rifle through all my stuff to find something just right. I'm going to have to work with what I take with me. But currently working on our, which page? Not bulbs. A nest page. Goodness me, had a mental blank there. See you in just a moment. I'll be taking some my base with me because I want to see how it all looks as it goes as a whole, and I will cut some pages. I've got 3 calico pages. I've run out of calico, but since they're being covered, it probably won't matter what else I choose to have as the base and take blank pages with me. For my nest page, I have decided to continue with my little fetish for printing on fabric. I love it, and I haven't really tried thread painting yet, and I mightn't be able to take that much stuff with me, so I'm just be concentrating on using images as well. I do want my seasons to sort of work as a single tableau, even though they won't be continuous like down the garden path was, but I'm trying to keep the same colour theme. So for the top of this page, I fished out, there's my little butterfly, which I haven't sewn on yet. That will go there. Last year when I was in the UK, I cut off some snippets to see how I went with tea and coffee dyeing and really liked the results and kept all my snippets, and this colour works in perfectly, so I'm thinking that will probably go on the top there. And to keep the purple running through so it's a bit more cohesive, I'll have a bit of purpley mauve. Excuse me, that's my dishwasher telling me it's done. I will iron that before I use it, but potentially pop that there. And this is the image which I found on Pinterest. I printed, this is on paper, I haven't printed it on fabric yet. I found about 6 that I like the look of, but once I cut them out and lay them out, it's usually pretty obvious which one works the best, and it's this one because it's got the same tones of green, it's got the bit of peachy colours, and that all works in beautifully. So that will be printed on a fabric, and probably a little offcut, which I might use as a frame just to keep the green theme going through. So that'll probably go somewhere like that. Maybe a bit of lace or something else, I'm not sure yet. But I did find a handkerchief in an op shop that's covered in little purple flowers. These aren't cut properly. I've just cut them roughly to have a play. And I thought I might just layer those around somehow, probably the bigger one in the middle, just somehow to cover the edges of where I've printed. We'll see how that goes. Maybe something like that. Maybe some more, I don't know. We'll see how that goes. And then at the bottom, I really like the shape of this, and I love the scruffy frayed edges, and it's really soft texture. I love that. So I did cut it to fit. It was a longer strip. So I thought I might pop that at the bottom. And as I'm going to France, this was on one of the nest images that I didn't use, and that's bird's nest in French. So I thought, considering we'll be in France, thought that's appropriate, and I'm hoping to get some inspiration from French countryside as well. My field notes aren't specifically Australian or English or anywhere. It's just whatever takes my fancy and whatever I've got to work with. So a bit of a mix. So that will print on fabric as well. And probably glue that down. Must pack my glue. Glue that down, or potentially sew it down. Haven't worked out what will fill the gap yet, but I'm thinking I might fill that with wool embroidered flowers. I've done that before on my Down the Garden Path. I really like the look of it, and it was those colours. So I might repeat that there and then perhaps carry it through onto the next page a little bit to give that a bit of cohesion. So that's still a work in progress. We'll see how we go with that. I will make a start on this before we leave on Friday and take it with me and see and enjoy doing some sewing in France and England. We are doing some house sitting in England as well. Obviously, I can't take all my containers with me. I will take this, and I will take my trusty housewife. I'm so glad we made this in a previous project, because all my bits and pieces were previously all over the place. Now they're all together. My scissors, my pins, and my needle book. So this will be invaluable while we're away. So that is having pride of place in my packing. What else I'm going to take, that is the hard part, not knowing what prompts are coming. I know my basic colour scheme, and I also don't have a lot of field notey fabrics, not lots of florals. So it's going to be interesting to just take bits of what I've got. I did buy this the other day. I was in Spotlight. Couldn't resist. I'm thinking, in a field, there's bound to be rabbits. There's got to be a theme where rabbits will work. So I'll take probably a little square of this with a couple of bunnies. So definitely taking that and hoping I can work that in somewhere. And I might just cut that flower out. I have used that before, or potentially one of these or some of these to take with me that I can add to pages somehow. So just, yeah, little pieces, so I'm not packing too much. I don't know what I'm even packing my bits in at the moment. I love buttons, so I will be taking buttons. I will probably pop them, empty out my white ones and put all my buttons in here, and I will just take a mix of a couple of colours. So when I bought a big jar of buttons in the UK, a couple of these were in there, and I looked at them, I thought, didn't find them particularly attractive, but with field notes, I'm pretty sure that something like that might work. So I'm going to take a couple of my little flower buttons, I'll pop all there, and probably a couple of other white ones, different shapes, sizes. I love shank buttons. I just like the way they look. I think the clean look of them. I'll probably take small buttons. Actually, probably take those. Just little buttons because my pages are small. So I'll just take a small selection of white buttons in this jar, which won't take up too much room. I will take a few black buttons. I haven't used much or any black at the moment, but I love black and I'm sure it will come in handy somewhere. And I'll take a few black buttons. I actually bought this container, an old Cadbury's chocolate box container, in the UK last year. I can't remember what inspired me, but this was the same as the button box my mother had, the button box with buttons that I so stupidly gave away about over 10 years ago, thinking, when am I ever going to need them? And then I got all sentimental over remembering Mum's button box, so I bought one on Etsy, and this now holds my black buttons. So I'll probably take a couple of those. Again, shank buttons I love. Fabric buttons are my absolute favourite, so I might pop that in. Don't know where that will work. Probably just a selection of small, oh, there's a cute little shiny black shanky. Just some small black buttons that could potentially be, I think that's brown actually. Could be centres of flowers or something. So And there's a blue one. I must have sorted in the dark with those. Yes, I'll go through those and take a small selection of black buttons. I probably won't take too many blingy things. These are my pearls and sequins and beads, because I don't think that particularly lends itself to field notes with blingy stuff. Although I did get this in a recent pack of something I bought, which is a butterfly, a bit blingy for my liking. I don't know. I might just pop it in just in case. You never know. Inspiration might strike and I might need a nice glittery butterfly. And then I'll just be choosing from my small collection of coloured buttons. So I'll grab some pinks and some oranges, and I'll have to, some purple, because I'm using purple at the moment. So definitely add some small purple buttons to my collection. Oh, look at that. I might grab those. That's very handy. And some neutrals, of course, bit of greens and browns. So I will go through those and fill my little button jar to take with me. And I'll just go through also my laces and trims, not taking anything big because I want to pack. I pack pretty light anyway, and I do have room in my case, but I don't want to over jam it. So I'll probably go through and grab some neutrally coloured little pieces of lace that I can use as trims. Not big pieces, I don't think. I can't see needing to use big pieces. Might just chop little bits off something that, oh, look at that. How beautiful is that? That was a UK buy as well. Just beautiful. Got some lovely stuff over there that we just don't have over here. So I'll be going through that. Oh, they're very, very field notey coloured. So I'll probably add those to my collection. And yeah, just try and pick stuff that I know will fit in with whatever theme we have. And then I will need threads and stuff. So I'll definitely need greens, although that's my blue ones. I'll select some greens, pinks. There's the wool I was needing, I think, for to do my flowers on my, filling in my nest page. So I'll take a selection of threads from that. And my fabric scraps, I will go through these as well and pick some colours that might work. I have a big, very, very untidy, don't look at my mess. I sort it out, make it all tidy, then I rifle through and mess it all up again. So I'll go through this and take a selection of greens, my neutrals, and some pops of colour, because I'm sure potentially in summer I will need something a bit brighter. And I should be home in time to do winter, so I won't take anything for that. So I am off now to find something to hold all my sewing bits and pieces and make the hard decision of what to take with me. So thank you for sitting with me through that. Next time I speak to you, I will be in France and hopefully have a completed page to show you and let you know how it's all going over there. So thanks for sitting with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.